Hi, you are listening to the Father Support Network podcast. This podcast is for single fathers and fathers in general. On this podcast, we educate, inform, guide, encourage, and help fathers navigate the complex challenges of maintaining contact and healthy relationships with their children after separation or divorce. Your host is Dr. Michael Uwangba. Michael Uwangba is a father of three who successfully fought for the right of his children to have their father in their lives.
Hello, and Happy New Year, Happy 2026. We made it. Well, let's first of all be grateful for making it into the new year, but also reflect on those that lost their lives in the last year, and even those that made it into this year and lost their life in the new year. We saw what happened in the ski club on the first. We saw Anthony Joshua last year, two of his close friends dying in the automobile accident where he barely even survived. So we need to be grateful to God for that. Now, but today I want to start off the first episode in the year speaking on how you do, especially as a good father, as a good man, and you're with a woman that is so two different things. You could be with a woman that is genuinely ambitious, that is career driven, or you could be, but in this case, it's how you deal with a selfish woman that could be career driven, or some necessarily don't have to be career driven. So there is this perception or this presumption, and I think it's even in the Bible they say, can a woman leave her suckling child or something like that? And they say because a woman has this attachment, a mother has a mother now has attachment to her child. But we live in very strange times where I did an episode last time where we see that there's an increasing rise in stay-at-home dads. Although the majority still remains women that are mothers that look at the kids, but there's even a portion of that that are men. And I did an episode. It's the base of my experience that I've seen with someone, and how even though the parents were together, they grew up in a two-parent household, but the mom was more career focused, going out every day. I wouldn't say even as it's going out every day and come back making some money, and then the dad's occupation allowed the dad more opportunity, flexibility to be more in the house and do things in the house like cooking as well. And then the mother built this resentment and transferred all of that into the child for no reason. Because in probing for that or in talking for that, I never had anything from the child that would say that would indicate that the dad was a deadbeat dad, but it was just a question of the mom feeling like she had to do more, she had to maybe bring in more money or whatever. It might not even be more money, just maybe to contribute to the stuff. But this is slightly different from what I want to talk about. I want to talk about when your woman is ambitious, thinking about when she's a hustler, when she wants to gain all of these qualifications, wants to have all of these ideas of owning stuff, because owning them individually, that is very complicated. Because if you look at how a relationship works from before, but we could also argue that before, women didn't have so much autonomy over, or even have so much rights, even property. They were more or less a property of their husbands, and everything they own was their husband. And then we could say we've transformed in society, we've progressed in society where we have women's rights, minority rights, and all these other rights. But where a woman pursues has the ambition, sometimes again, some women get into a relationship, because relationship, to me, when you get into a relationship, you become one. well, when once the ideal get in the relationship, you become less selfish. You're combining resources, you're combining efforts to you're presenting yourself as a unit. So because I don't see why people be in a relationship and then they're acting in silo. Everyone is acting in a way where they're protecting that world, protecting. I don't know. I don't see the point of the relationship then. But also seen fathers. I've seen a case where I've just read a recent case where a woman is ambitious, wants to climb up whatever ladder, get qualifications, go do a master's, and leave the young children with the husband, and has gone to a different country, not even the same country, and the man is there being doing all of those duties, and the woman had then finished the masters and then want to progress to do an advance that's going to take more years and leave, and the man just said I've had enough, and the man was going to relocate far away from the woman, had to reevaluate her decisions. But again, you could have already seen from all of that, from saying that when a woman, this is what I say to people, a man, even from a woman's perspective, regardless of what a woman says, a woman expects a man to lead. I've said this many times. The women have said this. It's not even me. You see, talk to a woman, and they say, you see on their profile, see them talk, they say they want a man that will lead, a man that we plan dates, a man that, that's just how men, a man that will provide, a man that is decent, that and this. So when you as a man in a relationship, as a father, and your woman is ambitious, doing all of this, getting all of these extra qualifications and going higher, the chances of you losing out in what we've seen is extremely high. Because what happens is if you are not moving at the same level, or if you're not high at the same level, you are at risk. you are at serious risk. Because I've seen a friend where a friend has, he himself haven't gone to uni, but was training this lady that he was in love with. They looked to be loved up. And after training this lady in university, this lady found no one else in Arizona, because now she sees herself as higher, as superior to the guy. And well, to some extent, you can't blame lady. But I'd say, as a man, what I would say is improve yourself, move yourself, improve yourself, invest in yourself, take yourself to her, invest in your woman, support your woman's dream, but never kill your dream, not at the expense of your own dream, because you need to maintain that lead. You need to always improve. If you're a woman, again, people don't communicate, or people punch above their weight. Again, you meeting someone and you're not ambitious, you're laid back, and it means you're ambitious. You need to have communication and see and talk to people and see what they want to do, what the vision is. If you're not someone that is wired that way, then there's no need being in a relationship with that kind of person, because down the line there are gonna be really, really, really serious issues that are gonna threaten the relationship. But then again, come to what pertains to threatening the kids. If you make kids out of that, you've ended up throwing those kids into a very challenging situation, where they now come up in a separated homes, where if the whole relationship becomes bitter and chaotic, they have to bear that burden and sharing all of that negative experiences that comes with such relationship, toxic or whatever, challenging, difficult situations. So I'll say to number one, you need to have communication first. You need to know, you need to have a desire. For those that have not ever entered or thinking of entering a relationship, you need to look at your woman, look at antecedent, look at their vision, look at their personality. What do they want to do? Are they someone that's ambitious? And measure that with your own ambition. Are you just someone that's just comfortable with just the simple things and just not thinking beyond the setting of ceiling. So if you see yourself at that, you might want to reconsider, because it might also be selfish to kill someone's dream. If that's how I'll say to people, there's someone for you out there. So if you're wild in a certain way, don't go entangle yourself with someone that you're not aligned with. Entangle someone that your personalities don't match, and then you're gonna then bring kids and make everywhere messy. So, but in a situation where you're already in there and have a selfish woman, and then you yourself don't want to improve, maybe the best thing to do is to improve yourself, to go 2 steps, 3 steps higher, if you can. Because again, I look at Jay-Z and Beyonce. This might be sorry, you know, when there was that rumor from Jay-Z cheating, I used to say something which was very fun. I said it very sarcastic way. That was Beyonce gonna leave Jay-Z for? Is he gonna leave Jay-Z for Rick Ross? I love Rick Ross, but no, because at the end of the day, I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying Jay's doing well. Jay's doing extremely well. Beyonce's. It's not. I think Beyonce is not a billionaire. Jay's being a billionaire. But I tell you, if Beyonce was the star, and Jay was just an ordinary guy, that was not. It's most likely that Beyonce would have left Jay-Z. So you need to always improve yourself as a man and be as ambitious as you know, if not more, but be as ambitious as a woman. But it does bring difficulty to relationship. There are times where we're even going far. I've seen in my experience, I've seen women that just choose. They're not even like choose so much career driven or so ambitious, but just the 9 to 5, just the normal stuff, and they concentrate so much into that they don't have time to invest in the child, and the man has to take all of that burden. I've had experience of that where. When my baby was born, then we that's one of the things that could have contributed to the breakdown, and then we didn't get that support, and you have maybe other family members that could have supported chose too much into, because I was just having the conversation with that family member, and I was reminding them that when they had the opportunity to support and look after their grandchild, when they were even very young, when they could have supported, they know. They were all about just working, not even ready to even give an out time to invest in it. So there are some women like that choose their work, that choose, it's just their nature. Maybe some people are not just motherly in nature. They could give birth. They're just not like that. And it's just what it is. And when fathers do, I think fathers need to step up, because for me, I don't know about any other man. For me, once I have a seed, once I have my child, that's my seed. I need to be there. But that doesn't mean also that we shouldn't be discerning to before we get into anything, to look deeply and look at the kind of people we're mating with, the kind of people we're creating a life with. But anyways, let me leave it at that and say, you know, once again, Happy New Year. For mothers out there, you know, that are doing stuff, I salute you for being ambitious. For there's nothing wrong in wanting more out of life, wanting to improve yourself, wanting to get your bag. But we should think twice when we're bringing kids into this world, and know that, and be less selfish, and whatever we do, and know we should know that the kids will benefit more from our joint efforts. And for fathers that are stepping up, you know, kudos to you, salute to you, you know, step up to the plate. But I understand again where you do understand, and it looks like it's unrewarding for fathers. Fathers are not necessarily not, you know, remembered, you know, that much when they do all the sacrifices. I say keep up the faith and stay strong. Yeah.